And everything hip-hop, all at B96jams.com. This is B96.5.
You need to turn this up. It's the streets is talking. Where they come from real with. It's the streets is talking. My prophet Christian West. The streets is talking. What up, everybody? It's the streets is talking. From the north to the south. It's the streets is talking. And from the east to the west. It's the streets is talking. Bring unity to community. It's the streets is talking. What up, everybody? It's the streets is talking.
Welcome everyone to the Streets of Talking radio show, the R Prophet Christopher 2X show. Thank you all for joining us on another Sunday. We think we have a very enlightening topic today. This is part 2 of a focus on black and white, an examination into black and white relationships here in the city of Metro Louisville. This will be a part of a series coming up on November the 22nd. Again, Sunday, November 22nd at 11 p.m. on WHAS 11 TV. That will continue into almost Thanksgiving Day on November the 26th. And with that said, our extraordinary and special guests of the Streets of Talking family that are here to grace the studios today is none other than former programming director and radio personality here at B96.5, Mark Gunn, and his lovely wife, Tracey Gunn. I hope I said that right. Mark and Tracey were interviewed by a person who is one of the main interviewers and reporters with this, focus on black and white relationships in Louisville, Kentucky. None other than WHAS anchor and reporter Renee Murphy.
First question, Renee Murphy talked to you guys. What did you guys talk about?
Well, in a nutshell, how being in an interracial relationship has affected our lives, internally and externally. The types of things that we have to deal with as an interracial couple, internal and external influences, that kind of thing.
Better or worse from the election of President Obama?
Well, seeing as how we have been together since before the election, I think it's pretty much the same for us.
Because there are those, and you see these on these Tea Party gatherings, and stuff like that, where people are not hiding it like they used to.
No, they're not.
So I didn't know if that affected you on a one-to-one relationship with people.
Well, I think if in the last 3 years, I think there's only been one incident, and oddly enough, it's something that's in the news here lately with a local restaurant. I took Tracey there for Mother's Day. We were seated. The restaurant was maybe 20% full, so plenty of wait staff around. Okay. So we sat there for 20, 25 minutes. Nobody ever came to wait on us the whole 9 yards, and so when the story broke about one of our friends on 4th Street, that story immediately came to mind. It's like, oh, okay, so yeah. And then every now and then you'll get looks, but it's just basically in how we choose to deal with that.
Right. What kind of looks though? I mean, just kind of walk through it for those who have not experienced what you guys are experiencing right now, in terms of just you guys are together. What kind of looks are you seeing your way, and then also your way?
Well,
and is it different? Do they look at you differently than they look at Tracey? Do they look at you differently than they look at Mark?
Well, I think a lot with me is jealousy of women that I'm with him, and that we do so much, and we always have so much fun. Everywhere we go and everything we do, we have a ball. So I think a lot of what I see from women, I think it's just jealousy. I don't even think it has to do with the black and white issue.
I think with what I notice is, and it's strange, I'll get looks from other black women that seem to suggest, why are you disgracing your mother? And you get looks from white men, what are you doing with that white gal? And and again, it's all in how you handle it. And Tracey and I just basically, we look and we laugh more than anything else.
Okay, Denise.
Well, I just want to ask both of you guys: do you get a different response or different feedback when you're in a different area other than the Midwest? Because I know you guys are going to Cancun, but through your other travels and other business ventures, when you leave the Midwestern area, what type of response do you get from just the people around you?
Honestly, I think it depends on where you go.
I know for me, having lived in the Deep South for a while, there have been confrontations that have become physical. Out west, it's status quo more than anything else. I mean, you have such a diverse group of ethnicities there anyway, so it's not unusual.
Right.
The Midwest is kind of a cross-section of both, in that while you see a lot of interracial couples of all types, you still see those that are kind of resistant to it and that have a problem with it. A majority of which don't say anything, but for the occasional few that do, for my part, they tend to be surprised that when my reaction to it is less than hospitable, I'll say. So in the Midwest, it's kind of a cross between the two.
Okay. We're back with the Guns here in a second here at B96.5. See, I almost call it another interview. You are listening to from the. See, I almost.
It's the Streets of Talking.
Thank you. It's the Streets of Talking now.